I am joined by Rebecca Adams, a friend of Newsday, of course, who travels the world covering tennis. There are so many injuries, Rebecca, this year to talk about to big name players. Novak Djokovic is one of them. He pulled out of the French Open quarterfinal with a knee injury. He has had surgery. He's back. Let's hear what he had to say first.
Didn't have any setback in the last week that I'm here in present in London, and I've been training on a high intensity with Sinner, Rune, Medvedev yesterday, an exhibition match. So knee has been responding really well, and if I'm feeling this way, why not give it a shot?
Give it a shot. What an understatement for that man. He's talked about Wimbledon being his favourite tournament as a kid. What do you think his chances are of winning a record equalling 8th Wimbledon title?
It's a big ask for Djokovic, Isaac, because he comes here in the unlikely position of actually being an underdog this time. Like you said, he had that knee injury at the French Open. He's since had surgery. He's here after having had surgery 3 weeks ago, and a knee injury is a big thing, isn't it? And to reach that final, he's going to need to play 6 matches, potentially of 5 sets, before he even gets to a final. So it'll be really interesting to see how that knee does hold up. Saying that, though, he does have a relatively easy draw. The draw is very top-heavy. It's got Alcaraz and Sinner in that top half. Djokovic has got the easier half. And you never know with Djokovic, do you? He wants to win. He's not here to make up the numbers, so who knows?
Yeah, he definitely isn't here to make up the numbers. One of his great rivals over the last few years is Andy Murray. He's won 2 times here. He beat Djokovic a couple of times in those finals. He's talked about retiring this year, but he's had a bit of a difficult build-up to this tournament.
He has. He's another one who's had surgery, Isaac. This time he had a cyst on his back. He's had surgery on that. He played a set leading up to Wimbledon, but you need to play more than a set to be fit. So it's going to be a big ask for Andy Murray as well. We suspect that this will be his last Wimbledon. Of course, he had that in the retirement sort of false alarm after the Australian Open 5 years ago. But he said this time feels different. So I suspect it will be the last time we see him here. Whether or not he'll play there's a question mark there as well. He's due to play in the singles tomorrow. He also has the doubles with his brother, and his brother was actually asked, Jamie Murray, what Andy wanted from playing in the singles here, and Jamie said, I actually don't know, but you suspect that what Andy Murray does want is closure. He wants to retire on his terms, and it'll be emotional whatever happens.
It certainly will be. Yeah, there will be plenty of people supporting Andy Murray if he is to play tomorrow on centre court. Arina Sabalenka in the women's draw, she's one of the favourites. Her power is so extraordinary, but she's having some problems as well with injuries.
She is, and Sabalenka would be one of the favourites in a really wide open women's draw, but she's got a shoulder problem at the minute. She had to pull out of a warm-up tournament a couple of weeks ago with a shoulder injury that's causing her problems on a serve. She said she can lift weights, she can do everything else, but the only thing she can't do is serve, which obviously is a huge problem in tennis. But she should play well here on grass. Her game is very suited to the grass courts. She hasn't won Wimbledon yet, but it is a very wide open draw.